I defeated Beaufort County Sheriff terrorist people all alone. When I went to the corner for La Karin Tawil and Mel Dino by Guidone, they were meant to terminate me. So, had I not gone to the main line court on the LED lights, and if I entered the room and if I did not see any of the officers, they would have immediately taken me to medicate me, to cut me in Charleston. Then I just started to write letters, CIA, FBI, Homeland Security, USCIS, everything in creation, SLED. I didn't send to Homeland yet. But then I went to court, and suddenly my higher self came down very strongly, and I crumbled. My body couldn't fix up anymore and move. I started to cry. Then they couldn't walk me in the room. They sat me down. They started to talk to me. Courtney Gibbs came, Christy Estrada Thompson, and Nicholas Kennedy, my former lawyer, came talk to me. And then Christy Estrada Thompson started to tell me, "You're very nice with the cops, right? You're a good girl." Because they were helping Christina Pushkina do that on the other side to then steal my case for Dina Tabit. And then they thought they'll just leave me there and eventually I'm going to say, okay. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, one day, I was looking at the top of my bed over there. It was an Oregon box systematics, but it's not Oregon box. I don't know what it is called in systematics of the earth, okay? Then I just started to get signals from the royals in Britain. And then I started to connect with them. And then suddenly, for around 24 hours, if not more, my vagina wouldn't stop oscillating, like vibes, like really strong from, Harry and William. Like I would just talk, because William was that point and Harry was that point. And, that was William, Harry, and then here, I don't know who was there. Shafiq was down. Then in the end was Habib, but I didn't know at that level, and Zahi. But at that level, I didn't know who it was. So I would go from, communicating. In another wall, they had the Tabrawi clan. That was, Stephen Gerald Thompson and those types of people. Nicholas Sr. was always up top. And then they started to bring, all Nicholas's buddies, the Safars, whatever, they were all in the wall. And then to the other side, they were all the celebs from Hollywood, all the mechanical actors were one side, Brad and everyone. And then on that side, you had Justin Bieber and his buddies and stuff everywhere. So, to say, when my vagina started to oscillate for the British people, then I started to feel something of inexplainable properties. And one time, Harry of Wales touched my little radio from the jailhouse. And then as soon as I touched it, I started to weep hysterically, and stuff like that. And then progressively, I started to go in another direction. I started to behave differently between me and myself. And I started to disprogram my own programming that I'm going to stay there forever and eat that food and get cut. Because I was programmed since the Dima Tabrawi medication programming that one day they're going to cut me for Karen Khazin, the real Dima Tabrawi. So I started to, change up my own inner construct and embrace beliefs that I did not have before, until Courtney Gibbs came once and they just tried it. They said, "Do you want to come to court?" I said, "Sure." I went in and I just was very respectful. I was with Courtney Gibbs. And then they said, "Okay, do you want to plead guilty?" They explained to me it was about the arrest of Aaron for Amir Nasrallah's cocaine. When I sent Biden a letter, they said, "We are here today for the event that you were found by Officer Aaron Matthews outside UPS at the stairs carrying less than 1 gram of something we recognized at as a cocaine sample, they said. I said, okay. I cannot say for sure that they said that word at the tribunal. I don't know, they might have said illegal substance. I don't know what they said. They said, what do you want to plead? If I had said not guilty, they would have put me back in. I said, I'm guilty. They said, do you have anything additional to add? I said, yeah, I found it in there. Which was, Courtney Gibbs was like, you did wonderful. Now you can leave. The next day, they let me go. On September 19, my court was September 18, 2023. I went into that jailhouse on November 26, 2020, November 26, 2023. My court was September 19, the release, 2024. And then, you know, after detention, I did some, you know, in my extraterrestrial terms, sinning, which is any sexual activity is a sin. So I had to go back with a caparello, lose my hair for Nilo. Because in their world, if they do sin, they gain points. In my world, we are not terrestrial at all. So I am very sad that everybody in creation is not so happy that I got out to see me. You know? But at least I know the truth. And, you know, they gave me back custody of Lily when I went to the North End to the library to print some documents and copy them. And then I went to Parker's and to street meet that day. Lily came back. So I was going to tell the guy Aaron about it because I told him about that because I thought to myself, if he's arresting me for false reasons anyway, try to see if he can help you. So I told him something. And I regained custody of my child, my extraterrestrial child, etherically, not like physically. Like I don't touch her and stuff. We're for contact. If you fail... You know, if you can't participate in the unified field, I can't tell you how quick your annihilation is going to be, but at most, if you're going to annihilate yourself biologically, it's not going to take too long. Like dinosaurs, you're all going to die, your planet's going to vanish. You're nothing. You're just a bunch of... You're just very weak. You don't even own property rights over the planet. Nobody rules the planet from Earth Central. You don't know what you're doing. You're just on Earth's surface rolling around, and then some of you hide underground. It doesn't mean you have mastery of plastinational content on your integrational planet. You have nothing. If you steal money and make money and you're commerçants, you know, at your time, your Jesus told you through the table at the taxpayers and told you to go get fucked elsewhere. Well, bravo, Mohammed. But if you know, and if you don't know, we know each of you. And if you think that if I tell Aaron, oh, in the unified field, people, not people, beings worship me, because I was remade, not in a terrestrial womb, in how we make us, not your wannabes here. And if you think you can overpower the unified field, because you're not united, all you do is steal my information and divide it amongst each other, and you know that. Stop lying. This is Aurora 8433011045.